up, Callie? How you doing? Hello, come on in the room. Rough day for Cassie. Definitely. I thought yesterday was rough, but no, today was definitely the roughest day for Cassie. Let me see if I can change my background real quick. Hold on. Yeah, there go Cassie. Y'all see her? Because I'm gonna have to put my phone down to read something. So instead of y'all looking at the ceiling, I'll just put it down. Um, but yeah, what's up, Queen B More? Rough day. I went ahead and put it on subscriber only, so we should be good as far as like the trolls and stuff like that. If they're true robots, they shouldn't be able to log in or not log in, but they shouldn't be able to subscribe and like hammer us with stupid opinions and questions. What's up, Jazz? How you doing? All right, I see the numbers going up, so y'all are getting notifications. All right, so let's go ahead and start out by saying Cassie is having a rough day, and she's not on the stand anymore, as I understand. So yeah, that part is done, but it was rough because they were able to paint her as the aggressor or the person who wanted it, or um, at least to a certain extent asked and requested for it. What's up, Winnie? What's up, Darius? What's up, Stardeek? So, just a few notes that I went over. It really seemed that the reason why they broke up or they ended their relationship was because of Kim Porter. Because there was a part in here in the testimony today where they said, well, they asked her when was the last time they spoke, and she said the last time that they had any communicate, or the last time that they seen each other was at Kim Porter's memorial. And so they really are trying to drive that narrative that she was the jealous girlfriend. She was the jealous girlfriend and she couldn't get over herself. And this is why she's now talking. Well, she sued Diddy and she's just basically bitter. They even brought up the money issue as well, too. I guess Cassie and Alex had moved in with her mom and they were like, "Oh, so were you having money trouble at one point?" They basically said they were broke, and so the only way to get money, she had to sue Diddy, and now they have money because they got that $20 million settlement. So they really try to paint that too, as well as she was just about the money. Um, the stuff that really shocked me was the part about her and Alex getting her FaceTiming. Well, not her FaceTiming, but him FaceTiming while her and Diddy are getting it on. So, according to, and you guys can look at this too, New York Times, they do like live updates. That other guy, he charges you $5, and I know it's just $5, but I'm cheap. So, but New York Times, they give you free updates. And this was one of the ones that they said. So, I'm going to go ahead and read it to you. So, it said Ventura testified that not too long after the incident, let me set that preference that for you. So after the gRAPE, right? After that situation went down, she was still communicating with him and still texting him. We found that out yesterday, so we are aware of that. Not saying that that's okay, that's what happened to her. I'm just letting you guys know. This is what the defense is setting up. You still contacted him afterwards, right? So then they get into that, and then it said, Combs text her, "I know I look bad to you. I could tell I didn't turn you on yesterday. I fell off." Ventura testified that not long after the incident, she had a consensual sex with Combs one more time and received a FaceTime call with the man who is now her husband, Alex Fine. He did not know she was with Combs, but later found out about the two encounters. Combs' lawyer said that in response, Fine had punched a wall. Ventura was asked whether she loved Combs. "I don't hate him." She answered, "I have love for the past and what it is and what it was." So, oh, and I should have explained that first part. So the part where they read the text message where Combs had text her, "I know I look bad. I could tell I turned you. I can tell I didn't turn you on or whatever." That was regarding the time that they had. That she's saying that he graped her, and that's what he was saying back to her. And so then they end up having consensual sex. So basically, they're trying to make it seem like, okay, well, you said he did this to you. Like, why didn't you go to the police? Why didn't you file a police report or, do a kit? Why did you still hook up with this man even after it? And like I said, they brought up that Kim part to prove that, oh, well, the last time they spoke was after during Kim's memorial. That's the last time they seen each other, not spoke, seen each other. So they're really trying to drive that home that she's just a bitter ex and she was jealous of all his other women that he was dealing with. Yeah, punched the wall, not her. Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah. Alex punched the wall. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, because he was so upset. And I think they probably put that he punched the wall because I was like, okay, well, of course he's going to be upset. But maybe they're trying to show that Alex, her husband, because remember, the husband is supposed to testify too. They're just trying to hurry up with Cassie this week. What's up, Mel? Yes, hit that like button. Double tap the screen. That's how you hit the like button, you guys. Double tap, double tap. You look nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Callie. Oh, and also y'all can send me a few dollars too. Send me a couple of dollars, all that good stuff, that helps as well too. What's up, Joy? How you doing? Glad you made the live. Thunder Buddy said, what the F? Laugh my ass off. That chick is nuts. And I know a lot of people are saying Stockholm syndrome. Again, I'm not saying that it's right for him to put his hands on Cassie and do X, Y, and Z. But like I said, if it's showing that she's communicating with him and still talking to him after the situation and everything that has gone down, because they even asked her, like, do you believe that you were graped? They even asked her that. And she said that she does believe that she was. So that even left it for like, damn, is this like up for interpretation? Like, and again, I know there's no such thing as a perfect witness. There's no such thing, right? I mean, we still know that there was DV, there was a lot of situations she was put in, and things that we learned that he would take her phone whenever she got mad. He would have security follow her. We know of these things, right? We know that. But again, the defense job is just to paint this as a toxic relationship. Some of y'all probably in toxic relationships right now. That's the way they trying to paint it. This is just a toxic relationship. There's no Rico. There's nothing to see here, right? Mind you, I know this is just the first week. I get that. But a lot of people have made it clear, with the reporting that the jurors were like shocked by some of the stuff they were hearing. Like me and you, because we've been following this shit for so long, we know that there's more to this situation, right? We know that there's nuance within what's going on. But you got to remember, the jurors had to be non-biased. Or unbiased. It had to be people who really don't know the situation or haven't been looking on the internet or have a perception of what's going on. So a lot of this stuff you got to think about as a juror. They're hearing this for the first time. So if they're hearing like this woman is going back to him and claiming that he done graped her, but then you're doing this and then you're FaceTiming your husband, who it wasn't her husband at the time, mind you. It wasn't her husband at the time. He became her husband a year later. So a year later, after the situation went down, they got married. And they even pointed that out. And then they had a baby in 2019 as well, too. I seen somebody said like, "Oh, is that Diddy's baby because they hooked up in 2008?" No, I don't think it's Diddy baby. No, I hope it wasn't something like that. I don't think the baby looked like Diddy. Yeah, I don't think at all. I wonder how her husband holding up. Sean, I did hear that her husband did get red, which I don't know if he was frustrated or not. And you know, the Caucasians, they get red a lot. So we don't know what kind of emotion, but if he turned red, I can probably tell. Just like we were saying the other day, I do believe that she did tell him what happened, but did she go into detail? No. I don't think she went into detail. Let me ask you guys. Do you think Cassie went into detail when she told Alex about everything she went through with Diddy? Yes or no? Do you think she told him everything? What do I think about the whole situation? For me right now, I'm waiting to see what else they have. I'm hoping that this isn't just it. I'm waiting to see what else they have. Absolutely not. Yes, I believe he's the one who told her to testify. Oh, okay, Nichelle. I disagree with you on that. I do. I agree with you on. Yes, I think he told her to testify, and I. Oh shit! I'm gonna go to hell for this. I do believe he was the one. Like, hey, you need to sue this motherfucker. I do think Alex pressured her to sue him. I don't think she would have ever sued if it wasn't for her husband, right? But secondly, I do feel that she did not go into detail. Obviously, because even here it said he punched the wall when she told her that he had hooked up, that she, you know, was with Diddy or whatever, right? So yeah, she told him that. But do I think that she went into detail about everything? Like, when you have sex with somebody, do you tell them all the details of what you do? No, you don't tell everybody everything what you did. Now, I swore I put this on subscriber only, but I guess the bots can subscribe just to comment. You got nothing better to do than to worry about people who have nothing to do with your life. Sad. You're literally on a channel that does commentary. Now yo dumbass Ro. Let me talk about you real quick, Ro. You looked at what the title was of this video, you see the subject matter, and you decided to come in here with your stupid ass opinion and say, oh, you ain't got nothing else better to do. Well, what the fuck you want me to talk about, bitch? Tell me that. You look like a cartoon character, and so does your dirty, dusty ass grandma and your grandpa, bitch. Out here looking like the Cadbury. That was funny, Joe. But what you look like with your dumb ass? Your booty hole probably flipped inside out from getting fucked too much, bitch. Get your weird ass up out of here, ho. Seems like she didn't want to be rescued by Alex. Yeah. It honestly seems if Diddy would have married her, gave her a child, and all the traditional things, she still would be with Diddy. That's what it sounded like to me, you guys. That's what it sounds like to me. If Diddy would have just married her and put a ring on her and made her the wife, she would have been fine. How many of y'all agree? If Diddy would have married her, she would have been fine. I honestly feel like Alex was her second choice. I hate to put it like that. Yeah, she said she loved that man. Yeah, Nichelle, she did. Mm. What's up, Couture Bay? Darius, Thunder Buddy, River. I think it would be worse. Oh, you think it would have been worse if she was with him? She would have been on Real Housewives of Miami, possibly. You got to look at it, bro. Her husband wouldn't got mad if he knew all about it. Right, right. I do not think that man knew all about everything that was said. I'm going to chop this part up because we got to talk about Jonathan Odie real quick. Now, it didn't say Jonathan, but there was a story or a recording played during testimony, right? And it was about the sex worker that recorded them. Now, this had to be Jonathan Odie. Remember, I did that video, you guys, about him saying that he did a recording because he was worried, like, if anything ever happened, he would get in trouble. So they played a recording today. It said, on the recording, you can hear Cassie. She's saying, "I'm going to kill you." And then he's going to kill you again. Ventura said on the recording, "I'm going to kill you because you are effing with my life. Tell me what the F happened. I'm not going to have blood on my hands. Tell me what the F you are talking about. Be my brother and tell me what you saw." So remember, Jonathan Odie said that he had recorded the situation because Cassie had passed out from doing too many drugs. Remember? And don't forget, Diddy paid him $5 million. He settled, and they're saying that the NDA, they can't verify it, but he did buy 4 luxury properties. And his ex-wife said that she learned about the settlement. Jonathan Odie learned about the settlement after the divorce. So that's very interesting. French kiss, you can go French kiss your daddy's ass, bitch. Get up out of here. Yeah, but that is wild. Mm. So this right, the reason why I bring that up, well, one, because of the Jonathan Odie part, but also two, it kind of shows that, okay, well, you worried about Diddy threatening you and doing this, you also threatening people. You know, you worried about him threatening you and you scared for your life, but here you go threatening people. So you guys are like Bonnie and Clyde. Y'all go hand in hand. What's up, Marie? Jag and Old Dusty on the fake accounts. No, I don't think it's them. They troll on their real accounts. Thank you, Joy. How she free is crazy. Wait, you think Cassie should be in jail? They go together real bad. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yep, she's just as crazy as Diddy. Yeah. See, and this is the kind of stuff where I know Cassie is supposed to be the star witness, and definitely her testimony is worth it, right? She does have a story to tell, but if you're not going to be honest about everything, it kind of it will sway the jury. It definitely does. You all crying, you came in pregnant, they feeling bad for you until they realize, okay, well, this girl seems like she was a part of this. Just like they read the text message. Now, the text message was from 2012, but Diddy asked her if you want to do a freak off for the last time. She said, "No, I want to do it all the time, or all the time, or like forever, or something like that." So it's like, oh, so you were okay with doing the freak offs? Like I said, I haven't seen anything of like text message or email that said I didn't want it. So far from all the excerpts and everything, the transcript that everybody been putting out, I haven't seen a text message that said no, I did not want a freak off, or no, I don't want to do it. Have you guys seen anything? I'm just kind of like, damn, at least like one text message that say, no, I didn't want it. Like she's telling us like there's times that she refused, but according to the text messages, and I think this is one of the reasons why the defense were kind of waiting and seeing like, okay, we gonna get her, we gonna trip her up with these messages. Because as I'm understanding, they're also reading it to her, and then some of them they're making her read aloud. Did you go to the Diddy trial? No. It's funny. I was talking to my uncle, and I was like, maybe I'll try to go like the last week or something like that if I can get the funds together. Listen, y'all donate some money, and then I'll take my ass to New York. Unless I can stay at Melanie Jones' house, but I don't know. Played him and Kid Cudi like a violin. Yeah, and that was one of the other things that was tough because even when she was with Kid Cudi and her and Diddy were on that quote unquote break, she admitted to still doing freak-offs even at that time. No habla inglés. Let me block your ass because you acting weird. I'm just kidding. She already should know the evidence. Mm. They are making her read them out aloud. Yeah, out loud. Right. They're very calculated. And you got to remember, Diddy got the best of the best. So you know they're going to come out swinging. They weren't just going to take this shit laying down. They were going to come out swinging. During Freakoffs while married is the part that got me. Yeah. Well, I heard like the last time was 2018. Was she now necessarily she wasn't married, but she was with Alex though. She was with Alex while she was doing the freak-offs, but they weren't married. Some people say you still single until you get married. Some people, no. Cassie, she believed that. That's mean. I shouldn't make no joke like that. But some people do say that. They say you're single until you get married. Some people do. And let me be honest with you. I believe that is true. You're not taken until you actually get married. So she was cheating. Yeah. So with Kid Cudi, she was still doing freak offs. With Diddy, she was still when she was with Alex. Like I said, it was and Kim's funeral was in the end of 2018 in November, right? So after the memorial, that's when they were done. And that's why I said it makes it look like she was just a jealous, bitter girlfriend. Like, oh, you can't get over this woman. This woman's dead, and you still can't get over her. Ooh, I hate putting it like that. Ugh, shit. But the defense did a good job of painting that, though. Let me tell you. You still can't get over it. Like, this woman's dead and gone, and you still can't get over her. And the last time y'all seen each other was during her funeral. Mm. They also talked about like she had some kind of like brain shock therapy or something like that. Oh, because they asked her if she ever had um a addiction or she been treated for the addiction, and she said no. She had some kind of brain where they like check your brain waves and you watch something and they check your brain waves or something like I forgot what it actually was, what the actual terminology was, but that's what the therapy was essentially. Prosecutors should have kept it about the contracts and not the sex. Yeah. And I think that's why, again, the prosecution didn't do a great job of saying like this is the whole contract thing. They should have left it at that, and more or less showed, more or less talked about the enterprise, like who was in the room with y'all, who set up this, who was bringing you guys the drugs, who was giving you guys the cash to pay the people, and all this other stuff. And again, like I said, one thing that does help them is Cassie only put out one album and she had music that never came out. I've never heard of an artist being signed under well, not just Bad Boy, but signed under a record label for years and years and never put out an album. Usually, you have maybe like a 5 year thing and you put out an album and then you don't put out any more music. But again, the defense is saying, well, sometimes your music doesn't come out. I've even seen people say that. Like sometimes artists say music don't come out. Like if the record label isn't feeling it, they be like, no, we're not going to put that out. Cassie even said in here that she was practically, and the defense objected to it, but she was practically Diddy's sex slave. I read that, y'all, and I was all like, she's not lying. It's like, I think the prosecution should go with that. She was a glorified sex worker for Diddy. I don't know what else you would call her. I mean, she looked good on the red carpets, going to the parties with him, but essentially, and I think also too, they need a timeline of the different events that got canceled because they talked about how she had different jobs and different appearances that she had to do, but Diddy would tell her to cancel them so they can have a freak off. They need a record and a time and a date of those to show that he was stopping her from working. You know, that would help. What's up, beautiful? She isn't smart business wise. No, I don't think she's smart business wise. No. But again, I don't expect her to provide that information. I expect that the feds would have already had it. Did he overdose in 2012? Oh, I didn't hear that part. Right, and Couture, that's another thing. She was willing to do anything and everything just to marry this man. I knew Diddy didn't have anything down there. I said it in previous video. Y'all, I don't know. And secondly, I do not care. But and regarding the whole Tootsie Roll thing, somebody suing him saying, once I read the headline, I didn't even look for the damn lawsuit because I'm all like, I'm not reading this shit. But allegedly, Diddy's peen is the side of a little Tootsie Roll, right? I partially believe that is true. And the reason why I believe it's true is because what was his obsession with big dicks? You would only be obsessed with big dicks. One, well, I don't want to have this conversation. this shit is getting weird. I don't want to have this conversation no more. But basically, what I'm saying is that he probably had an admiration for it because he doesn't have one. He's gay friend, right? Essentially, yeah. It's a lot. Y'all, yeah, y'all put your kids to bed. This is. I hope nobody's watching this case with Diddy with their kids in the room. Like, no. I hope anything with Diddy involved has a disclaimer. Being a man's preference doesn't mean you get preferential treatment. Just means he prefers how you look, but will still treat you like ish. Cassie went through, yeah, essentially, yeah. Right, they're just getting out of school, huh? Right, Miss ATL and Stan. What's up, Nate? It's vulgar, but hey, they're swingers. Yeah. He mentally enjoyed it. Yeah. A question that has been asked is, do you think Diddy is going to take the stand? It kind of reminds me of the Tory trial, how Tory Lanez, he didn't take the stand. I feel like Diddy needs to take the stand. I don't want to, because my thing is, when he gets convicted, right? I don't want to hear, oh, they didn't tell me. I should have took the stand. I should have defended myself. I think he should. Listen, his kids were already in the room when they was talking about all this nasty shit, right? You might as well um take the stand and tell your own truth, right? Tell your own truth. He'll take the stand. Now if he takes the stand, I'm gonna have to find some way to go out there to New York. I'll tell y'all that one. I'm gonna have to find some way to go out there. The way the prosecutors will bring up and did and finish him. I love to be a fly on the wall when the kids get home. Yeah, listen, their dad is in jail, so they're already going through a lot. But just reliving it, well, not reliving it, but hearing about it, I can't imagine. I would never want to hear this kind of stuff about my parents or hell, anyone at this point. These YouTube bloggers are defending P Diddy as if they're gonna get a bag from him after the trial. I don't know who's defending him. Oh, you don't think Diddy got the heart to take the stand? I haven't seen the like button, the likes go up. We still only at 49. Double tap the screen to like the video. You meant a comma. You mean years or tears? They were doing it with it. Well, the girls weren't 18, so no. The girls, no. The boys, yeah, because King has his own. Well, actually, two of them, Justin and King, have their own allegations against them. So, yeah. Quincy, I haven't heard anything about Quincy. Quincy seems like he minds his own business. He kind of does his own thing. I mean, he's with them, but it seemed like Quincy does his own thing. I haven't heard any allegations about Quincy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't heard any allegations about Quincy at all. Yeah, he's around the family, but I don't hear any that he's caught up in any wild shit. He smoke his weed and make music that nobody listens to. Hey, he's living the life, right? I hate to be a listen. What's the last Quincy song you don't listen to? I can't even name you a Quincy song. Like I said, he did a cover of his real dad's song Night and Day, right? And it was horrible. That's the only Quincy song I ever heard. But don't get on here lying talking about, oh yeah, I love Quincy's music. Y'all ain't never heard no goddamn Quincy song. When the last time y'all played a Quincy, or it came on has it even came on Spotify? Pandora? You know, Pandora will play some random ass music. You be like, damn, I ain't never heard this before. Pandora ain't even played this fucking music. You liked it? Oh God. Well, Mel, we all know you ain't got good taste. I'm sorry, Mel. You know I love you. You know I'm always tear you down just to build you back up. Y'all, go listen to that damn cover of Night and Day that Quincy did, and let me know if Mel is on crack or y'all liked it. Mel is the only person that liked the Quincy song. Other than that, ain't nobody listening to no damn Quincy. Don't nobody listen to no damn Quincy at all. Mel, listen, he only got one Spotify listener, and that's Mel. Other than that, nobody else. Those are civil cases against Diddy's sons, by the way. So no, they won't be going to jail. Happy Friday, Yellow Thundercat. Thank you for being here. I will after this and leave a comment. Yes, please listen to it. That song was it was not it at all. That cover listen, that cover should have never came out just like the rest of Cassie's music. Oh, y'all don't want to send the family a dime. Okay. Did you hear Cassie reached a $10 million settlement with Intercontinental? No, I didn't hear about that. She sued them too? I know today they asked if she planned on suing. Now, how they gonna ask that? They asked the girl if she planned on suing anybody else. They ain't shit for that. They are not shit. They asked her, did she plan on suing anybody else? She said no. Listen, she got 20 million. Of course she ain't planning on suing nobody else. Or part of the deal, she probably couldn't sue again. Okay. Let's see if there's any update. It says, when Cassandra broke down on the stand during discussion of violence and coercion during Freakoffs, Sean turned his head to the jury and scanned the panel. He then passed a note to one of his lawyers. After his lawyer, Anna Estavo, finished one of her final rounds of questioning, Combs gave her a hug. Oh, did he think he winning, y'all? Did he think he winning? He gave her a hug. It has been an intense 4 days on witness stand. Okay. Oh, I think they might be done, you guys. I think they're done today. Because this 141. Oh, yeah, they're done today, huh? The defense and prosecution went back and forth on their final stretch of questioning. Do you have any financial stake in the outcome of this trial? Asked Emily A. Johnson, the prosecutor. Absolutely not, Ventura replied. Yeah, she got her money. She ain't got no financial nothing. Cassandra confirmed on the witness stand that she made a legal demand of owner of hotel where Sean Combs assaulted her in 2016. Excerpts from the hotel surveillance video were published on CNN last year. She confirmed she anticipated receiving a settlement of about 10 million and said reached the settlement over the past month. Oh, thank you. Was that Nate? Nate, was that you? Don is on the stand? Oh, why isn't it? Why isn't it updated yet? Hold on. Don is on the stand right now, y'all. And Nate, it was you, right? Yeah, she got a $10 million settlement. That's why they asked if she was going to sue anybody else. Oh, Cassie is raking in the money. Wow. Well, did she sue CNN too, since they were the one who published it? Anastavo, a lawyer of Sean Combs, is suggesting that Cassandra's relationship with the record executive gave her career opportunities, including chances to record with major art. Yeah, but none of that music came out. Yeah, that was whack. Okay, let me refresh it again, you guys, and see if I can get to the Don part. Read it again. Oh, I just refreshed my screen. I can't read it again. I'm sorry. But basically, she said that she just reached a settle within the last month with the Intercontinental. You know where they that's where the video came from, where she was getting beat. What's going on? How come it didn't? Oh, is there no more updates? Why isn't it updating? Okay, I guess the New York Times, they done on their part. They all like, oh yeah, we ain't updating no more. Okay, I don't see the Don part on my end. Damn, am I gonna have to pay that guy $5 to listen or read the rest? Damn. Let's see. Bear with me. Hold on one moment. One moment. You know, I used to work at a call center, so we always used to be like, one moment, please. One moment, please. I used to hate that. You cheap state. Yes, I am. Don Richard. Let me see if I can. I'm surprised they have her testifying, especially because it's so late in the day. I know she was there in New York today. Like they showed her walking inside the courtroom. Yep, I'm proud of it. They also said Aubrey is going to testify today too. Okay, CNN has live updates. Let me see if they have anything with Don. I at least want to give y'all something before we bounce out. Okay, here we go. Richard says she saw Combs attack Ventura in 2009. Don Richard said she worked for Sean Combs from 2004 to 2011. Richard said, and I know a lot of people say Richard, but she said it's supposed to be Richard. That's why I call her Richard, y'all. Richard said she knows Combs as Puff, and when asked, pointed to him to identify him in the courtroom. Richard said she saw Cassie Ventura being attacked by Combs in 2009. He came downstairs screaming, belligerent, asking where his food was, then proceeded to hit her over the head, kicked her, and beat her to the ground in front of us, she testified. Dang. Now, she did put this in her lawsuit. She did put it in her lawsuit, you guys. So she's not making it up. No, I don't want to sign up for an account. Why are y'all asking me this? Alright, let me see. Prosecutors called Don Richard. Okay, I read that. Okay, that's the same. Okay, yeah. Oh, it hasn't updated with anything. That's why it's not showing me more. Okay. I just wanted to see real quick. Domestic violence doesn't make him guilty of what he's being charged. Exactly. And maintenance guy, thank you for repeating that, because a lot of people are thinking that we're saying that Diddy is absolved of everything. No, we're just trying to see the RICO. That's what they have to prove, the RICO. Everything else doesn't matter. Honestly, I feel like we spent too much time on the sex part, and that's why we're so distracted by everything. Who was it? Katorbe who said it, but they should focus on the contracts. Right, Miss ATL and Stan. It's not federal, exactly. Right, and Nate says she's not a fan. Right, it's a freak. Ah, it's definitely a freako. Yeah, definitely that. Yeah, when you're in court, all that other stuff doesn't matter. You gotta prove to the jurors that you're trying to convince them of these charges that somebody is being charged with, not of this other stuff. Like, you can listen. We understand that Diddy is a weird, freaky man, a weird, freaky man who loves big dicks. But at the end of the day, you can't charge somebody for their love of big dicks. Big black dicks. That's what he likes. Don't forget that. Okay, you need to use that one on the next thumbnail. Wait, use what on the next thumbnail? Oh, it's a freako? Cassie was there to solidify trafficking. Diddy was denied bond 4 times. Speaks volumes. Yes. Nope. If it's consensual, it's legal. Yes. Okay, the freako part. That's what you're talking about. Cassie is full of courage. She's very brave. All she took in doing this, 8 months pregnant. Wow. Yeah. Easter egg with glasses. I hope your house gets egged. And I hope you slip on an egg, actually, and break your neck. Goodbye. He was bullying in jail. Yeah. You know what? When they raided his jail cell, I wonder, are they going to present that evidence too as well? Because a lot of people would like to know, okay, what did you guys find? Remember, they said he was like contacting people while he was in jail. Do they have those calls recorded? That's a good question. Let's see. Prosecutors. Okay. Oh, it says special agent says it appeared a woman was staying with Combs in the hotel at the time of his arrest. Wow. So when he was, remember he got arrested, you guys. They said the special agent said he was staying with a woman, or a woman was staying with him at the hotel. And remember, they said he was still doing freak-offs all the way up till he got arrested. Man, thank you, Diamond. I appreciate that. That is crazy. You would think you would stop doing the thing that you got arrested for, or that you not arrested, but in trouble for. You know what I mean? Special Agent Yasin Binda testified that $9,000 in cash was found in a black fanny pack hanging off the bed in Sean Combs' hotel room. The jury saw the photo of the fanny pack. At prosecutor Madison Smicer request, Binda took the cash out of the fanny pack that was in the evidence bag, fanning it out for the jury to see. The jury also passed around evidence of a bag holding the two bags of ketamine and MDMA, pink powder, the 2C. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. He was all like, before I get locked up, I'm going to do one more freak off. This nigga is freaky. What the fuck is wrong with him? That's what you thought about? I'm gonna do one last freak off before I go to jail. Cassie got 30 million. She ain't courageous. She's not a whore. Come on, we can't. Thank you for the donation, but we can't call her a whore. Come on now. She's no, I can't even say. I can't even say that. Yeah, we know she a freak. Does that make him guilty of what they're claiming, money and drugs? Happy 12 months, Ariel. Damn, that's a long time. There's some of y'all who've been a member for a while. Lay for the pay. Well, birds of a feather. Oh yeah, definitely. Listen, Cassie had some freak in her, definitely. Happy 4 months, beautiful. Diddy is a Voyager swinger. It's a lifestyle. Yes, that is true. That is a lifestyle. The jury is seeing images of the search of Sean Combs' New York hotel room after his 2024 arrest. Oh, y'all, it said the Park Hyatt hotel room and Ziploc bags filled with Johnson's baby oil and lubricant, which were recovered from the bags in the. Ay, ay, ay. He was still out there getting his freak on. Weird. Come on now, Diddy. And mind you, he had his children with him. Remember his whole family was there and they were taking pictures with fans and all that shit? Remember that? His children were there during that time. This man is literally a piece of shit. Any update? Proceeded to hit her over the head. He proceeded to come over to her and took the skillet with the eggs in it and tried to hit her over the head with it, and she fell to the ground, she said. It didn't seem it hit her fully, Richard added, saying it seemed like Ventura dropped to the ground because she anticipated the hit. She went into the fetal position. And you know what? It was like the fetal position that she was in when, remember when he, in the hotel video where he grabbed her and drug her to the ground, where she was in that fetal position. I believe it. I believe it. Um, Even addicts eventually move on to something stronger. She like corn addicts. Corn gets boring after a while. That's an interesting take. I have heard about that. You always look for the extreme. Did you hear Justin Bieber say today Diddy never sexually assault? Yes, I did. I wanted to talk about that. I'll say it right now. Um, I think it's crazy how anytime there's, and I got to talk about it, anytime there's a Caucasian person that's quote unquote a victim, we automatically come to their defense and we say, oh my God, they're a victim. They need to be helped. And they think, the worst has happened to them. But when it comes to the coloreds, y'all don't give a damn. The coloreds, no matter what happened to them, y'all really don't give a damn. I'm just going to be honest. Even the black people, y'all don't give a damn. Don't care. And Justin Bieber was seen as this victim and Diddy did X, Y, and Z to him. But the person that y'all really need to look at with Justin Bieber is Scooter Braun. Scooter Braun is who you need to look at. A white man, a Caucasian. Look at him. Not the black guy. Look at the white people when it comes to Justin Bieber, who was around him. There's another update, you guys. Hold on. It said former Danny Kane member Don Richard testified that after she witnessed the altercation in the kitchen, Sean Diddy Combs dragged Cassie, damn, again, dragged Cassie Ventura upstairs by her hair, his arms around her neck. She said she heard glass breaking and yelling from upstairs. Richard said she didn't say anything to intervene or call the police because she was afraid. She said she was scared to do anything in fear of what that might mean for her too. Mm. I really want them to get into the fears that people have because Cassie mentioned that she was in fear. Dawn is mentioning that she's in fear. But were you in fear of like losing your career, or were you in fear of somebody doing something? Like, what exactly were they in fear of? Like, I know why they were in fear, right? But what makes that a Rico? Like, did he have people there to come and you know what I mean? Like, that's what we more or less need to prove that this was a Rico. Y'all get what I'm saying, right? Yes or no? Judge Aron Submarinin dismissed the jury for the day, telling the parties would stay behind to work after calling a sidebar over defense objection to former Danny Kane singer Don Richard's description of Sean Diddy Combs' threats. Oh, if the jury is dismissed for the day, that means it's over, right? Okay, yeah, I think that means it's over, y'all. Yeah, he dismissed the jury for the day, so it's over. So I guess we'll be back Monday. Fear of career opportunities, being blackballed. Oh, that's something else that I forgot in the Cassie situation. Cassie mentioned that he would show her the video. He would show her like the freak off videos. Like he would say he deleted them, but then show her that he had it and would blackmail her into doing things like doing the freak offs and shit like that. I forgot to mention that. I want to be fair on all sides and mention that also. But again, that we didn't see in any text messages or emails. All the text messages show that she was down for the shit. That's what I'm trying to convey to you guys. I'm not saying that I don't believe her, but on paper, it seems that she was more than willing to do those things. Um, she was a model. How tall is she? I don't know how tall she is. What did CBK say? I think Cassie husband put her up to this whole thing to get Diddy's money. We were saying that earlier. We were saying that. You on the right track. We were saying that. That's hearsay. Mm-hmm. No, but you can give me some money. You can give me $40 or $50 if you like. Hit the Cash App, the real AT2. I get it, but the drugs were a part. Yes, that is true. But then again, Foreign Bay, they could say, "Oh, these are some druggies." Remember yesterday they try to paint them as two druggies. So far, they have done a great job of showing domestic violence, sexual assault, coercion. They've done a great job of that. But as far as trafficking, racketeering, and I think this is the problem. We're focused so much on the sexual shit, and it's not just. I'm not talking just the people like us YouTubers and stuff like that. We're focusing on the sexual shit is because that's all you mofos are talking about is the sexual shit. That's all you guys are talking about is the sexual stuff and the beatings. Like, you guys are focusing on that and not focusing on tying in the whole racketeering, trafficking, and that's what we've been hearing. The drugs. We've been hearing a lot about drugs. But nothing about he had the intent to sell drugs. Yeah, he had drugs, but like, was he moving? Was he pushing weight and selling it to these celebrities and doing all this other shit? They said the kidnapping was him dragging her from the one place to the next. Okay. Right, and those things aren't a part of the case. Right, 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 right. Y'all understand. Rumpelstiltskin, get your ass up out of here because you acting weird now. First you say you want to give some money, and now you want to talk shit. Get your weird ass up out of here. And don't forget to hit that. We ain't even got 100 likes, and we got an hour mark. Let me go ahead and end this live stream because y'all acting ignorant, like y'all don't know what to do. All right, you guys. So that's practically the end. I'll be doing some uploads later on today, and we'll go live again later on. It's Friday. Why not? Why not go live? I know there's a lot of stuff, other stuff that you guys want to talk about. I haven't talked about DDG and Holly Bailey. I haven't really talked about that just because it's kind of like, not that I don't care, but I don't care. That's honestly my opinion on that. I don't care. It's kind of like when you know a relationship isn't going to work and the people still decide to be in that relationship, what do you do? What do you do? Knowing that DDG is a YouTuber, yeah, he's full of shit. Like, these YouTubers are horrible people. They're horrible. Not me, but they're horrible people. Anything for clout and attention. I hate to put it like that, but yeah. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get the hell up out of here. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We out. Deuces.